In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with y'all a stock that is about to go crazy tomorrow, and why y'all should keep it in your watch list. We're also going to look at the overall markets and some stocks that are about to report earnings tomorrow to get you guys ready. All right, y'all, let's dive right into the charts. Right off the bat, we got the SPY over here. And the SPY gave us another doji near the all-time highs, which is very, very annoying. When the market gives dojis, there's not that much room, like this candle, for example, to make some money on. There's not too much room, at least, to make some money on. The range isn't big enough, and it's just playing games. It's very annoying and it's very frustrating. I got faked out. I lost some money. I lost money on this day trade that I tried this morning. And the reason I want to share this one with y'all, because that way y'all can learn something. Y'all know my methods, and y'all know the structure that I like the most. The structure I like the most is a bullish pennant. And it was on the SPY. It was on the SPY. I was watching a pre-market, and I wanted to see exactly how it would behave out the gates, just to see if it would break out with some significant volume. And it did break out. It broke out right here, which is when I got in, and I immediately got stopped out in this wick right here, because there's something that I don't want it to do. And with the bullish pennant, a clean one, this typically doesn't happen. So I had to get rid of all of my calls immediately as soon as I saw, like 4 minutes after I got in, I immediately had to get out. Right here. Right there. All right. And evidently, as you can see, the stock pretty much played games the whole day. It looked clean at the time. And sometimes I get caught. All right. And again, it's a part of trading. It happens. But with this one right here, where is it going to go? Again, be very cautious. Be very, very patient. Don't chase in any direction at all. Just wait. Let the market tell you which way it's going to go. We're near all-time highs. And we're about to get into the second half of the week, which is when volatility usually kicks in. All right, so things are about to be exciting. Now, the first stock to keep on watch, the stock that is about to go crazy tomorrow, that stock is Ford. All right. And the reason why I want to share Ford with y'all, again, this is the 4-hour chart. And so far, what I see on here, the stock reported earnings, the stock crushed earnings. So again, the first thing that I want y'all to do is to set an alert right above 13.13 and wait for the bell to ring tomorrow. Again, the first candle is key. What you want to see is in the first 10 minutes. All right, either the first 5 minutes or the second 5 minutes, you want to see a big green candle like this that triggers that alert and that has volume in that candle that is above 5 million, maybe even 7 million shares traded of volume in that 5 minute. That's what you want to look for. That's the key indicator to see if there is going to be some momentum on the stock that can push the stock higher towards 13.60. There is a gap to fill all the way up here. I highly doubt that we're going to fill that tomorrow. Highly, highly doubt it. That will be a major, huge move, right? Which would be nice. But we'll see. We'll see. Again, I don't expect it to get up there. I really don't. I expect it to get at somewhere between like 1350 and 1370, as long as I see what I think we will see. Again, that candle trigger this alert, maybe a nice structure pre-market forming before we move up here in that green circle. All right, so keep that one on your watch list. Now, this is a car company, which means there may or may not be some money trickling into the other car companies as well. Car companies such as Lucid, All right, and Lucid has a bullish pennant cooking on here. It's not quite. I mean, the structure is kind of there. It's not quite done yet. If it breaks out early, it would be a little suspect because it could do like these little dead cat bounce where it just bounces to 3.8 and then just rolls over and falls back down to $3 later during the week, right? So anything that goes out here is very, very short term, extremely short term, because I do expect it to just roll over. If it breaks out, it will be way too early for me to expect to move all the way up to like $5. So just watch that one as well for some movement, just that little bounce right there. All right. Now another stock that is reporting earnings, that reported earnings, I would say, is Snapchat. And Snapchat, this one, I don't think it's gonna be so straightforward because the stock dropped by so much. It dropped by 7 points. This is down. It went all the way down to 1170. So it's down 33% pre-markets, 29% after hours, I mean. All right. So the first thing to take care of with Snapchat is the gap down here, which never got fully filled. It tried to get filled on this day, on the 17th of November of 2023. It tried to get filled, but it never truly got filled. So there is that to take care of. And if we open up a little bit higher, it could actually offer more room to make some money on a day trade. Like right now, we're going to look at the 3-minute. So right now, it's at 1180. So it opening above 12, maybe a little bit of a pop, up to 12.50 or $13 even, followed by a drop. That one would be nice, just an all-day fader right here, just to take care of the gap below. And then the stock is just going to stall down here until it's time to make another move higher, because it does have some gap to fill at the top, right at 1350, and another one that it left behind at around $15. That one is not completely filled. Like if you zoom in closely, it's not completely filled. Maybe it has like 10 cents to go. There's still some room right here. All right. So that also got to get taken care of. Yeah. So watching for a pop, a green to red move out the gates. All right. Because the negative reaction through earnings, anything like anybody who bought calls or who are holding stock, who literally just bought stock for earnings, expecting a major move to $25, for example, they're gonna sell into any type of pop that they see just to mitigate their losses. And also there is an element of fear to worry about. Again, psychologically, these people are seeing this overnight. Again, they just bought it, they were excited, they saw a little bit of green, they were happy, they never sold, and then they got crushed, right? So just think about what they would do, especially if they see a big green candle right off the gates. They will want to sell it. They will use that opportunity to take a smaller loss than having this thing actually open up at $11 and just staying there, right? They want to just get out at $13, and then when they sell, that will cause more selling pressure and a fade downwards. So the setup is there. Well, I'll keep this one on watch. Now we're going to do an update on. Let me go on a 1 minute. And we're gonna do Bank of America. So Bank of America, this is a stock that I shared with y'all yesterday. It didn't quite do what I thought it would do today. It opened up lower pre-markets, but the move that I wanted to see was not there. I wanted this thing to just drop out the gates and just fall. So maybe this thing is just stalling, and maybe we might see this thing tomorrow or on Thursday. The daily chart is still bearish. I just don't know how long it's going to keep playing games between 33.20 and 32.80 before we fall lower. So if you have your alert set right here, just keep it there. Eventually, it's going to ring, especially if the market gives out. This one will also sell off quite aggressively. And there's a gap on the left right here at 32.22. And let's see if there's another gap. No, this is the first one that I see, and the only one that I see. Also, I told y'all about this level where the short sellers are. Yeah, so there is that to worry about as well. So my thoughts and opinions on this one, not changing. Again, it's just moving slower than what I wanted to see. Now, another stock, just in updates on BABA / the Chinese stocks. So BABA had another positive day today. It opened up higher. Had a quick drop out the gates. It then recovered throughout the day. It formed a bullish pennant along with literally every other Chinese stock. There's a bullish pennant right here, which presented an opportunity for a long right there. All right. And with this, again, like I said before, anything can happen through earnings. Literally anything. The stock could not move at all. There could be an earnings crush, and it could also make a massive move all the way up to 90 and surprise everybody. These things can happen. All right. And pre-market today, I think they put out news that like money got injected into the Chinese sector. They mentioned their president's name on here. Somewhere in the news with one of the Chinese stocks. It was on there. Again, look in there. You'll see what I mean. That's the reason why the first pop occurred. But the second pop that I think is going to happen tomorrow is going to be highly the reaction to earnings, if it's positive, is going to contribute highly to the jump in every other Chinese stock in the market, especially JD, which already reached $24. I drew that line for y'all yesterday. So this one behaved like I thought it would. Make of America didn't. Now, it does have more room to the upside. Again, if BABA has a good reaction to earnings, the next level to watch for is the gap fill of 26.75 right up here. All right. Now, last stock to discuss in today's video. That one is tough. It's Roblox. And Roblox has earnings in the morning, just like BABA do. All right. And with the way it's looking, it's been selling off since the beginning of the year. I'm not sure if it's going to surprise everybody and open up above 47.50. If it does, that would be great for anybody who went long. But at the same time, big picture, it would look a lot better. Like the structure would look a lot better if it actually dropped all the way down to $34.70. Just so that there can be a very nice and clean inverse head and shoulders right here. You could see a left shoulder. Well, a left shoulder here, head, and then we could see a right shoulder in like March leading into April, like this. All right. So this structure would make sense to me, especially if the reaction tomorrow turns out negative. Again, this is just what I'm seeing right now. This is a setup that I want to see for March. All right. If it gets there, if the candle gets in that green circle, or right along that red band right here, this is a trade that I will be looking to make at the end of February, just to make some money on this big chunk, this big move right here. All right, so don't be surprised if the reaction is negative. And just know that the bottom of this move, I think, is going to be exactly 34.50 right here. This is where it's going to stop and then stall, and then eventually it's going to run. So that's my very honest thoughts on all of these stocks, and that is the end of the video. Do not forget to annihilate the like button as always. Remember, I make these videos from Sunday to Thursday at exactly 10 p.m. Central Time. This video is a little bit late, I know, all right? So definitely click on subscribe. That way YouTube notifies you whenever I release these videos. If you'd like to be part of a private Discord community, we get all of this information in real time as I see them. You can find that as the first link in the description of the video below. Don't forget to follow me on social media at Paul Nguma and at Patternology Lab on Instagram and on X. And lastly, to get some free stocks with Webull, you can use the third link in the description of the video below. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is Patternology Lab. where we trade patterns and patterns only. And I will see all of you in the next video.